we're gonna continue now. Will you heed my wish, O old man who makes flower blooms? Yeah, that's a good wish. A wish you have every right to pursue. Then I have to help you, because I'm... Oh man, why? Yeah, maybe I was. So what of it? That's why I'm sure I'm a good man. I want to be that way, and I have to be that way. Because that's probably the essence of the story called me. So you have the answer good wishes or near rightful wishes. It's not like I'm constantly choosing to do it. Naturally, from the bottom of my heart, whether I'm asked in words or not, I end up wanting to grant them. Like finding a water source, like getting an eye bag, like striking a hot spring. Like when my neighbor asked to borrow the dog that brought riches and I couldn't refuse. I can't go against good things, that's what I am probably. It's in the folktale The Old Man Who Made Flower Blooms. There is an unavoidable tragic element. The old man lends his ill-tempered neighbor the white dog that brings wealth. Before the neighbor the dogs brought not wealth but misfortune. Enraged, the neighbor kills the dog, and the old man ends up taking in the body. Yeah, I did something pitiful, truly. Too nice, can't say no to anyone. And because that's too good nature is what makes that story exist. Because without it, the story wouldn't hold together. That servant old man has to be like that too. Is that what you're saying? He even wrapped that Zhang Ju's Caesar Yelp cloth around his head without a fuss. Maybe we should expect that kind of kind-heartedness could turn into a liability. I told you again and again, it's just a hobby, you know? Wait, for starters, is that guy wish really a good wish? Does he really have a wish worth that much? Enough that you trade destroying the world for it? That is... Indeed, in truth, I have a wish I must fulfill. No matter what it takes, whatever power I must rely on, a wish none shall extinguish. It seems to crush an eye, but of course it's not over. Just like the serpent's eyes there, eyes come as its head. So it was you who swapped my eyes out for that kind of grass, huh? If you had that, then why'd you go and use my eyes at all? You needed 4 in total for convenience. The more power, the better. But you're nothing more than a fuel meant to be used up first. Merely a practice dummy for using them in this form. And so, even onto the serpent body after his eyes were taken. I drew the skin of something I know, and made it a vanguard pawn. There was no meaning to it, it was no more than a right that traced the shape. But this eye is different. This eye is one of the keystones of my plan, the principle that connects Flora and the dead. A fragment divinity that has come into my hand. Open your eyelids, O grass birthing eye. Oh, they're on fire now. It's back again, but on flames. But it seems different from before, as if it's already burning, as if you fused it with fire. From the flower that emerges from the grass birthing eye, shall I name it corpse grass? This grass has now emerged with my power, and transformed into something bearing the attributes of flame and the dead. It itself is flame, and this does not burn out. There's nothing strange in my appearing here, I who sought it. This one is the very tale of ash and rebirth. And the old man who makes flower bloom from dead ash, of course, I would spring forth within it. And that's why you were pretending to be the old man's dog. I think I get it. You were something else with no real connection to the old man's dog. Some other thing that slipped in Ward's role and stole its place, right? I don't know whether you did it deliberately or were naturally summoned by accident, but... Not acknowledged. Words that do not earn affirmation. Affirmation you leftovers of the goddess of the fortune realm. Perhaps because I am in the shape of a beast, my connection to Dingus Dwayne sometimes grow dull. I would have to endure it. Ah, this form. It's not to my liking. It's alien guise. But before my wish is a mere trivia. Leftovers, huh? You probably wanted from the very start something tied to the attribute of the dead, and something tied to the attribute of the flowers. So I'll ask you. You stole even my power, mine the mistress of the underworld, for that purpose in you. Heh, indeed. These flowers have a nature that creates power close to death. Once devoured, it becomes fuel. That is one more reason I can't let you go. Give my power back. Is this truly the time to be bound by such trifles? Do you think the plants until now were merely rotting away for nothing? What do you mean? Oh, goddess of flowers. Our thoughts are the same. Through the earth, you grant power to the cherry blossoms so they may bloom. May we spread that through the ground. I was only trying to do in a different form. What you intended to do in that flower garden filled with false ornamentation. Gods of flowers, because you love flowers from the heart. I chose that even if you harvested my plants and withered them, you would not erase them beyond that. Because you are a being that loves flowers. If an enemy flower scatters, you would naturally accept even that back into the earth. Goddess, how foolish. Why do you think they stopped moving and withered just because morning came? They were not shattered by sunlight. They are not weak to sunlight. They needed it. Only by gaining sunlight do they truly bloom. They were merely biding their time, waiting for that moment. No, it can't be. The plant's true purpose was to scatter what remains after they wither like seeds across this land. Exactly, and not only 2 nights. All the grass and flowers of mine that have fallen until now will burn in the sunlight as well. Now sprout forth coarse scraps born from the grass birthing eye, flowers that carry death. Their petals take the form of flame, true fruit of my first cry. What have you done? Damn it, we got played. All those plants we took down. They were playing dead, turning into seed-like shapes just for this moment. How did I fail to notice? Power wasn't on a level you could see. Like ash scattered on the ground. It must have blended in at a size small enough to overlook as part of the fertilizer. And there's one thing I can't tell. If they could fool the flower goddess eyes like that, then divine power must be involved with them. To not just the grass from that eye. Or perhaps he himself as well. Hello, Fluffy. Aaron, can we deal with the threat right in front of us? It might be difficult. Then we have no choice but to retreat for now. If we stay there, the entire flower field will engulf in flames, and you'll burn to death without any way to escape. If we don't move while there is still a route left, we won't even be able to run. Long as we're alive, there's the next move. I vote retreat too. But while we're gone, won't they just grant his wish? Or get a grip. What about the important part? Maybe it's still, but the Fire Nation. The trees is burning. It's being forced into the shape of flames. It changed all at once. I think Tanigan cherry blossom itself is bewildered. So I don't think it's going to bloom immediately. Then there's nothing to hesitate about. We're retreating. We have no choice. Doesn't look like they will just let us pass quietly. Good grief. Finding retreat will sprint through where the flames are finished.
ことのない世界に顕微鏡でも見えない大きさに変えられると思う？できちゃうんだよ、これが。さあ光より早くアトムに暮らすメディアンフット。ふふふ楽しめ。月のかけらを集めるように優しいんですね。遠くのものは
Say my name,
小さく見える。
Tsubasa,
なら小さな
the Fire Nation.
原子核まで小さくなーれ。
It's Sunim Basa.
もう終わりか。なんだつまらぬな。
Phew, guess we managed to slip out somehow. Hope that there was a spot where the flames were less dense. This area, it seems like a personal flowerbed zone. Could it be that since I moved, the sunflower soldiers? It opened up a few gaps where they were originally growing. Just as expected of me, even fortune is on my side. Ho ho. I examined the info for a moment. Yeah, its true identity is still unknown, but it was either disguised as Hanasaki Okina's dog, or was hiding inside it. What appears to be enemy ringleader has revealed itself. And Hanasaki Okina himself seems to be cooperating with that ringleader. You sit by and watch, as those plant creatures, apparently with a fire attribute, let their flames envelop the cherry blossom. Buds are still closed, so we can assume they won't bloom immediately, but we have to admit it, the Tengen Sakura has fallen into the enemy hands. We need to figure out a way to break this stalemate right now. Yeah, we've been searching for that answer this whole time. One thing I did figure out is that what they did to me, too, was that bastard's doing after all. Something about the height of something I know, was it? To be honest, there's quite a lot of variants on interspecies marriage tales. And don't look taboo. It's not always like the snake wife or crane wife, where the being whose form is seen simply leaves. In some legend myths, the one who peaks and learns their supposed true identity ends up being attacked by the other who has lost themselves. I don't know the details, but it's probably means you had that kind of role imposed on you as a pharmaceutical formula. You're like a composite of many snake women found across folklore. So it probably is easy to layer on a similar but slightly different skin over you. Honestly, I get the urge to go on a rampage, but rampaging won't fix anything. Treating me like some hysterical woman, it really pisses me off, damn it. There is also one more piece of information presented, the flower of the other eye. We suspected it, but that seems to be the source that gave rise to the bizarre plants saturating this land. The eye flower that spits out weeds, right? What the hell is that thing? From the way it spoke, it's not the ringleader own eye or anything like that. But too, originating from some other divinity, which it gained control over through some kind of connection. In other words, we can't infer it's something akin to a no phantasm. We still don't know the specifics, but myths where the crops spring forth from the body of the dead god or something similar exists all over the world. They are called Hainwulu type myths. There must be an eyeball of a plant-producing divinity tied to one of those myths. Is the mystic eye. It's questionable whether it can be classified as a mystic eye. Even if it can, it's definitely extremely high tier one. After all, is a good god corpse in world of magecraft is a transcendent relic known as the divine body. Its bound in power beyond measure. So as part of original nature it had as a god, no wonder it produced such powerful weeds. So in the end, that guy carrying around an eyeball like that is some kind of god too. Personally like to say that probability extremely high, but yes, we may need a bit more evidence before we decide. There is someone I want to question. You seem to sense something from that enemy from the wheat spotting eye. Don't you have some kind of hint that could help us turn this situation around? I don't know. Rareshi doesn't know about Rareshi, I can't remember. I just know it's scary. Doesn't look like you're lying. Huh. Right, even I can tell that much. But please, isn't there anything you can remember? Right now we need anything we can use. I don't know, it's scary. Flora to Rareshi. It's scary, isn't it? It is for me too. The sight of flowers wrapped in flame, the fact that Hanasaka Ukina went over to their side. It hurts so much. To be honest, part of me wants to pretend none of this happened and just close my eyes. To cover my ears, curl up like a seed in the soil, and forget everything. I've even thought that. But I can hear them. The voices of those cherry blossoms like they're crying. And the voices of everyone we planted in the earth. No matter how powerless I am, I can't pretend not to hear the voices of those flowers. I'm goddess of flowers. One who carries the voice of small, fragile blossoms. That's what I want to be. So please. I'm sorry I can't say anything concrete. I'm sorry all I can do is cling to hope. Even so. If there's a wish I absolutely cannot let go of, then I want to hold flowers to my chest and pray, all the way to the end. So please, Rareshi-chan, will you help us like you always do with that bright energy? Yeah, I want to help. Rareshi wants to help too. But what can I do? I don't know. Rareshi came here and forgot something I can't remember. So I don't know what Rareshi can. You too, Rareshi-chan. So this isn't completely a safe zone either. Even our fire field here. Damn it. I understand how you feel, but there's nothing we can do. Pull back further while engaging them. Everything's turning to fire. Area clusters Amarys's field too. It's a shame, but you can't do anything if you're dead. We have to fall back. Rareshi too, what are you doing? Hurry! You're going to get swallowed by the flames. Shh! Your cloak's catching, take it off. No. It's fine, next time I'll make you as many as you want. Ooh. Now that we made it this far, we should be okay probably. But we end up a whole lot further than from the cherry tree. Here's like all the flower fields we pass are a sea of fire now. It'll be a pain to get close again. We gotta figure out a way to cross that sea of flames. Sorry. Your carefully tended field burned down, and I should have said in a way to consider how you feel a bit more. It's fine. It was just a practice field anyway. It's not like I'm shocked or anything. I'm not sad either. Ooh. Where she is sad. I'm sad. The clothes Ami made for me, and the flower field, too, they burned up. You went back for it at the end. But this is all I have, just one, only one. Aerial flowers were so pretty, and now they are gone. Hey, Flora. Yes. If you think about it calmly, it might be kind of strange. Why is it that people... Just because the flowers they raise are ruined. That's just what people are like. Because that's what flowers are like, I'm sure. Thank you, Warashi. Here, I'll give it to you too. To you who protected the last one. A flower. Named after the underworld. One that makes you think of death. Maybe it's bad luck. It's not bad luck. Warashi likes it. My small body. Flower Noah is all gently hugged in her arms. Kindly, carefully, as if she's afraid of how much strength to use. And then something warm fell just one drop onto the top of my head. Like a single droplet. That droplet and her and the otherworldly flower held my chest. Wrapped in all of it, I'm wrapped up held close. In something warm, carrying the scent of the dead. That warmth made me remember that this is where I return to. Yeah, I remember it a little. So I hope I can help you cross the sea. Hold it, let me confirm something. You're saying there's a way to cross this burned flower field, this sea of fire, and get over there again. There's a little open space right under the cherry tree. If we can push in as far as that, we might be able to face those guys, but... Can we really do it? Yeah. But for that we need flowers. We have to plant them and grow more. Not a ton, but we'll need a lot of decent amount. I see. If that's the case, the first person we need to hear from is... Let's do it. I believe in Warashi-chan. Same here. So what flowers should we plant? That would be... We made the flower field just like you said. Whoops, looks like I didn't make it back in time for the final touches. Sorry about that, I had my own errand to take care of over here. You know, just in case. Honestly, since it was such a rush shop, we could have used every extra pair of hands we could get. Still fine considering the time pressure. It's a splendid flower field. The smallest little white blossoms are blooming out small and cute. So what kind of flower is it anyway? Yeah, it is Gaga Emo. The flowers are pretty, but what matters is what comes after. We'll use the fruit. A boat made from Gaga Emo fruit. You heard of that? It's from Japanese mythology. And if I remember right, a small statured god was involved. I know that story too. Could it be that Warashi or Sukuna Bikona no Kami? Sukuna Bikona. Yes, in the Kojiki, the name is written as Sukuna Bikona no Kami, a god with a small body. In an episode where Okunishi builds the land, Sukuna Bikona appears riding a boat made from Gaga Imo fruit and helps with the creation of the country. A small god helping a god, huh? So that's why you were so eager to help us. Roshi, were you that god? I don't know. Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. I just remember that I can do this. I just remember that there might have been a Warashi who did this. Legends of things like tiny people exist all over the world. In Japanese myth, it's known as the archetype of small gods like Sukuna Bikona and Ishinboshi. Warashi might be an incarnation or a divided spirit of one of those. A divided spirit of a god, but the impression you give is more like a larva, isn't it? Like something that hasn't quite become a god yet. In fact, you probably are immature, you don't even know what you are. If you were clearer on it, we could have asked you all the sort of things. But even so, to us, Warashi-chan being Warashi-chan hasn't changed. Is she? Anyway, with that Gaga Imo fruit boat, we can cross that sea of fire, right? Yes, in the Kojiki, it's called the Ama no Kagabune. And since it's written that Sukuna Bikona ultimately returned to Tokyo, you can interpret it as an aspect of a boat that crosses the underworld. That sounds kind of familiar. Yeah, that part bothered me a bit too, but Eris was also talking about rentals, and Warashi doesn't seem to be the real thing, so I think it's safer to assume it's not directly related. Return to Tokyo in a boat that crosses the underworld. You can see that's a god close to the realm of the dead. Is that why this child took to me? And treat me especially. Yeah, using this Gaga Imo as material, I'll make it. But I'm not enough on my own. I want you to lend me your strength. Not Zuchi. Gee. Oh, you guys. I was worried your flower bed got burned up and you wouldn't be okay, but you guys got away properly, thank goodness. Wait, you're going to help too. Gee. Nozuchi is also another name for Tsuchinoko, but in Japanese myth, there was also being called Nozuchi no Kami, a grass god or something like a nature spirit of the fields, if I recall. Then perhaps the Tsuchinoko here are connected to that somehow. Maybe there was something like attendance. I don't care what the true name of some Uma is. You already knew it wasn't a normal creature to begin with. Logic comes second right now. If you can build a boat, then just have you do it. Yeah, I'll try. Gee. Oh, it is starting to look doable. But it's rougher than I expected. Look, like I thought maybe I'm not the real thing. It won't connect easily, but definitely. Gee. Do your best, everyone. No, if I can help with command stores or something. Just watching from the side, it feels like you've got enough power as is, don't you? Right now it looks like the kid's definitely trying to mesh that power with something inside herself. Save the power of those simple command spells for what comes next. What she needs right now is probably, well, in a way, is simpler, but something like the power to help the kid herself grow. So leave it to me, yeah. It's fine, you just keep concentrating. First this, you seem to like it. While you're planting the Gaga Imo, I took a moment and hurried and made it again. Whoa, and that's not all. You went through the trouble of getting it back for me. But well, I'm just that kind of person. A mother who wishes her child to grow up, healthy, and she lose whatever part of herself. powder left in my eyes. I'll gather it out and give it to you. I'm not sure if it'll taste good or not, but if you lick it, you'll surely be able to grow strong and healthy. She always just give her eyes away.
父の代わりの白き玉。泣く子よどうか聞こしめせ。愛しきやや子へ母の根を。
Ah, something warm is overflowing. I'm getting closer to Anzai but Ami. Hey, it's fine. I can see you're splendid. So don't you worry. Do what you must do. Amazing, there really is a boat. A boat of light shaped like fruit. Right, you're going to steer for us. Yeah, get on. Looks like we can get past it now. Please. Why must they make flower bloom in such a hot, fierce form? Why did Hanasaki Oji-san take their side? To learn the answer, we have to return to that cherry tree once more. Yep, we still don't really get what they're trying to do, what they are, or what they are wishing for. If we stir in that place again, we'll figure all of it out. We can probably squeeze in numbers wise, but you're coming with us too. Well, the me as here is really just worn out dregs, but waiting here feels like slacking off too much, and if there's an empty seat, why not? Even like this, I'm sure there's something I can do. And if there's some old guy who's soft-hearted, he's being taken right for it, then I gotta smack him once and snap him back to his senses. As a fellow member of the Old Man tribe, I'll ask you to go easy on him. Tsuchinoko, thank you too. We'll be going on the boat you helped make. GG. Oh, sorry, we can only do this much. We can't come with you, but we're cheering for you. That's the vibe, I guess. Yeah, helping build a boat was a huge job already. To get back your home, your flower field, where you can sleep soundly. We're heading out for a bit. Alright then, to Tengen Sakura, let's move out. Retirement gate again?
しいんですね。逆説遊具かけらを集めてさなぎは蝶に変身する。お待たせマスター、これが私の究極体、アトムに暮らす無理やフット。空間ごとミクロの世界に変えてあげます。どんなに強い相手でも私の前ではこの通り。人呼んでネペンテスマジックショー。お水のおかわりどうですか？なんだ？ちゃんとできます。秘密の箱ですね。そうか。優しいんですね。お先に失礼します。確かそうか。あっち見ていてくれ。さらわれてください。目の錯覚だといいですね。あっち見ていてくれます？空間ごとミクロの世界に変えてあげます。どんなに強い相手でも私の前ではこの通り。人呼んでネペンテスマジックショー。優し しいんですね。逆説融合かけらを集めてさなぎは蝶に変身する。お待たせマスター、これが私の究極体、頭に暮らす無理やフット。目の錯覚、だっていいですね。
立ち上がれ、まだ早い。ここで終わることは許さんぞ。もんよもんよもんよもんよ。
元気いっぱいですね。あ、
そうか。
優しい。さらわれてください。動いていいと言いましたあっち見ていてこ綺麗でしょ。行きます。
なんだ。
優しいんですね。逆説融合かけらを集めてさなぎは蝶に変身する。お待たせマスター、これが私の究極体、頭に暮らす無理やフット。クーリー月のかけらを集めるように。あっち見ていてくれます？顕微鏡でも見えない大きさに変えられると思う？できちゃうんだよ、これが。さあ光より早くアトムに暮らす無理やフット。
今は楽しめ。いずれ終わるのだから。
I guess it stops here. 4 a.m. We're being time gated.